So now what we need to do is that we need to display the orders here below the account info and below the change password. So what I'm going to do is that in the cart we already have a code that we can use. So instead of creating the code from scratch, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to close this cart, and then I'm going to copy the cart, and then in the account I'm going to close this account, and then below it I'm going to paste the code. So let me paste it and let me close it, and then let me show you what I'm going to change. First I'm going to say here orders, and instead of saying here cart, I'm going to say orders. And we need to change many things. First of all, I'm going to remove here this column. I'm going to only display two columns. The first column is going to say product, and the second column is just going to display date. And here I'm going to say your orders. And we don't need all of these things. Instead, we just need, let me remove all of these. Starting from here, I'm just going to keep this TD empty, and I'm going to keep another TD empty. So I don't want to confuse you. Let me here create another TD. So we need two TDs. In the first TD, I'm going to say here dev, and then I'm going to display the image. So I'm going to first give it a class. I'm going to say class, and then I'm going to say product info, and inside it I'm going to display the image. I'm going to say img, and then source, assets, images, featured one, and below the image I'm going to also display here p with a class, margin top 3, and I'm going to display the name of the product inside. And this is for the first TD. The second TD, I'm just going to display the date. So I'm going to say here span, and any date you want. Let me save and let me head on over to the browser and show you how this would look like. So we have here orders, and we have the image, and we have the date. However, we need to work on the design. So let me go back and let me head on over to the cart, to the CSS. And in the CSS, I'm going to create a new section here. I'm going to add a new comment, and I'm going to say orders. And here, the first thing that we need to add for the orders is that we need to work on the orders itself, on the orders ID that we created. So I'm going to say here dot orders and then table. We have the orders table. For the table, I'm going to say width 100%, and then the border collapse. Then we want to use this orders, and then we need to say product info. So for the product info, we need to change the display to be flex, and the wrap, flex wrap, wrap. So this is going to fix the image, and then we need to say orders th. So for the th, I'm going to first change the text align left, and the padding is going to be 5 top and bottom and 10 left and right. And for the color is going to be white, and the background color is orange. Let me show you how this would look like. So now in the browser, let me refresh, And as you can see, this is the bar. It's the color is white and the background is orange. Next, we want to say that orders TD. So for the orders TD, I want to change the padding, just the padding. So the padding is going to be 10 px top and bottom and 20 left and right. For the inputs, we here, let me check the cart. We don't have an input, so we remove the input. So there is no need for the input. Next, we need to fix the image. So the image, to fix the image, we need to say that orders td image. So for the image, we need to specify a specific a width and height. So the width 80 px and height also 80 px, and margin right 10 px. Let me save and let me show you how this looks like. So as you can see, this is the account. So we need to remove actually many things. We need to remove this subtotal and we need to remove these two. So before I continue, let me here I need to remove this subtotal. So for this subtotal, remember we have this table. We need to remove this table, and we need to remove the checkout button, and we need to remove this tr, and we need to remove also this tr, and we need to be left only with one tr. Let me save and let me show you that now we will have only one product. So now it looks amazing. The last thing that we need to work on is the here we need to center this orders. We need to center it. So to center it, we can here first say for the HR first, I'm going to say class margin mx auto, and also the text here we need to say text align text center. This should center the text. So the text has been centered. Here it says your orders, and we have the orders, and everything now looks amazing. We just need to decrease the space. So to decrease the space, I'm gonna here change this from 5 to only 2, and this should decrease the space. So as you can see, the space now is smaller, but I think we need to decrease the space further. Actually, I need to decrease this and keep this 5. Let me keep this 5 and let me decrease only the margin top. So if I decrease the margin top will be much smaller, and we can decrease the y here. We can say py3. This will also have an effect on the space here. So as you can see, the space is smaller, and this date we can push it to the right more. So in the style that CSS, so here you can say text align center or text align left. Let's say center. If I say center or right, actually instead of left we can say right. So I'm going to remove the left, and then I'm going to say center instead of left. Now it should be displayed on the in the middle. As you can see, it looks now better. Here it's in the middle, or you can say on the right side, and you can apply it only to one element. So instead of applying it to the two elements, we can say left, but to the second we can say that orders, and then nth child th nth child 2, and then text align right. Now it should fix this problem. So as you can see, now the product should be displayed on their far left side, whereas the date will be displayed on the far right side. And now it looks amazing. So this is the account page, where it has now 3 important elements: the account information, the change password functionality, and the orders that the user made earlier.